Hey, what's up YouTube? TDNRider here, coming at you with a deck profile. This time I will be profiling my Gem Knight deck. So most of you probably don't know what a deck does. Well, it is pretty much a fusion spam deck, and it's not a polymerization, it has this card over here, Gem Knight Fusion. Gem Knight Fusion pretty much recycle itself, so you can get it back by banishing one a Gem Knight monster from your graveyard, and so pretty much your hand is always live, and you run cards like Summon a Monk, and this one over here, Snipe Hunter to get rid of your opponent's card, and you don't go minus that much. So yeah, that's pretty much the deck. And then once you got rid of all of your opponent's cards, you can like synchro spam with this card over here, Gem Knight Citrain or something. I don't know what's it called. And this guy over here, Gem Knight Zirconia, Sapphire, and the Ruby, and you just spam the field and OTK them, and they can't use Gores or Tragodia because Citrine or whatever it's called has a pretty decent effect. It says if this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So cards like Murmur Abysslinde can't activate its effect. Gores neither can use its effect. Tragodia also not. You can feel free to attack your opponent for a game. So yeah, let's get onto the deck profile. You run triple Gem Knight Garnet, pretty much a main monster of the deck. A triple Gem Armadillo. Keep in mind, this is not a Gem Knight, but it's still a rock, and you need a rock for this one, and a Gem Knight monster and a Pyro type monster for this one. So yeah, and otherwise it's just a searcher. Pretty much searches one Gem Knight monster from your deck. Then here we have one Gem Knight Alexandrite. Since we're running cards like Summon a Monk, you can easily summon it and then bring out your Garnet, which is a key card. You want your Garnet in your graveyard or hand, and then we can grab our Gem Knight Fusion from the graveyard by banishing it. So we went +1. Then triple Gem Knight Lazuli, a really decent card. I wouldn't run it at 2 or even 1. 3 is pretty decent, yeah. Then triple Gem Knight Obsidian. Almost the same as Lazuli, but it has a decent attack, and it special summons the Garnet. It just adds to your hand, but most of the time you just go for another fusion play. Then one Grand Soil. Since you're banishing cards from your graveyard, you pretty much got the control over it, and getting five Earth monster in there isn't that hard, so you can just run it. Then for the Lightsworn engine, since we want our Gem Knight monster in the graveyard and cards like our Volcanic Shell, you run triple Lumina and double Lila. Lila just being a pretty decent beater, and also get rid of your opponent's spell and traps. And then one Morphing Jar. You don't open all the time really good, and you can just set it, get a new hand, or I'm sorry. Or it is also a rock type monster, so you can fusion summon into Gem Knight Zirconia. Then Double Rabbit. As I said, Gem Knight Garnet is a key card, and you want to bring it out as fast as possible. And Rescue Rabbit into Gem Knight Garnet into Lavalvalchen is always a plus. So yeah. A Snipe Hunter, as I said earlier, you just get rid of your opponent cards without going minus. So yeah. Summon a Monk, also key card, brings out almost your entire deck, and yeah. Then Volcanic Shell. Volcanic Shell is just a Pyro monster, and it's also a plus actually. This guy over here, Gem Knight Citrine, needs a Gem Knight monster and a Pyro type monster. You can just use it, effect grab another one, and then I keep saying synchro, it's fusion. Fusion summon into another one and a third one, so it makes it pretty easy. Then for spells, we're running one charge of the Light Brigade, just milling effect, and you can add your Lila or your Lumia. It's a really good card. Of course, triple Gem and Fusion, you only need one, but 3 is still good. Heavy Storm, Monstrum, double MST, not 3 because we're running cards like Lila and Snipe Hunter. Triple Recharge, yeah, just there. And since we're running no traps, I choose to run one trap hole there, 3 Cherus or something like that. And then in the side deck we have some cards I have been trying out. We have a Gem Turtle. Since we're running cards like Rescue Rabbit, Summon a Monk, it's fairly easy to get your Gem Knight Fusion in your graveyard and then later to your hand. So there's really no need to run this. Morphing Char number 2, I decided to run Morphing Char, the regular one, but if I'm facing like a verse something, I definitely cite this in, and yeah. And since pretty much all of your monsters are level 4 or lower, it doesn't really comprehend you, yeah. Then a Card Trooper, milling effect and gets rid of a Thunder King, and a Raikou just being a Raikou. So in the X-Rack, here we have triple Gemknight Citrine, main card, you got around 3, one Gemknight Ruby, I never made this, but it's still a decent beater, double Gemknight Seraphinite or something, I can't pronounce the name, I'm sorry. Just a normal summon again, which is pretty decent. Then a Gemknight Zirconia, a decent beater. And then for XYZ monster, we have a Gemknight Pearl. Being a Gemknight and a rock type makes it pretty decent, and it also gets rid of your opponent's, Ophion. Then a Leviar, just a Leviar. Golem, it's also a rock type, keep that in mind, so yeah. A Diamond Direwolf, double the Augusto Emerald. This card is really good. You can either reset your Volcanic Shell or other cards, or you can summon your Garnet. Both are key plays. And then, of course, a double Valval Chain. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Feel free to give me some suggestions or leave a like. Well yeah, have a nice day. TDNRider signing out.